Hello guys, this is Rage Game Dev, and welcome to this next tutorial in Love2D. Today I'm on a brand new laptop with a decent webcam. It might be a little shaky. I have another webcam I might use later, but whatever. We're just gonna try this out for today. Speaking of today, the tutorial I'm gonna be doing is just gonna be me messing around, kinda. So we're just gonna be working with colors and seeing what we can do with colors and maybe how to transition to color through colors and how to create kind of like a little library for that. So anyway, to get started today, we're just gonna let's just build the project. This is just a simple project right now. It's just has a blank piece of text that says "Hello World." Um, so let's create a color module. So I'm going to do this like I'm just going to create a function that will basically just create a table. It'll return a table. So let's say new is equal to function. The arguments we're going to pass self just so we can use the colon operator. I just think it looks nicer than R, G, B, and A. So if you don't know, let's actually draw a rectangle that we can use the coloring on. So love.graphics dot rectangle. All right, we're going to fill it. We're going to do it at 128 by at x 128, y 128. Let's just make it 128 by 128. So if we build this project, now we'll see a square right in the middle of our, well, near the middle of our screen. All right. So if you don't know, this is how Love can change the Love2D can change the color. So set color, and then the values that we need to pass in are the red value, the green value, and the blue, and then the alpha. And alpha is the transparency of the shape. So if we do something like 0, 150, and then 255, and then also pass in 255 for the alpha. Now this will be kind of like a sky blue. And if we build this, boom, you see the text up there, and also the square is a light blue. So using that, we can actually create a color module to simplify things. So let's create a local table and name it color, return it, and that'll just create a table. Color is going to have an RGB and A value, so color is equal to R or 0. So we can just create a blank color without having to pass anything in. Same with G, and then B, and also A. Except for A, we're going to make the default value not 0, but 255. That way you can completely see it. So next we're going to create a function to actually get the color. So we're going to name it color get. What this is going to do is just going to return all the values in a long, it's just going to have multiple return values. So self.r, self.b, self.g. Actually, this needs to be a G right here, and this needs to be a B. And then self.a. So now what we can do is create this color. So let's say local my color is equal to color colon new. This needs to be capitalized. And then let's just create a kind of a teal color. So 255 and then 150. There we go. Next, we can go down here. We can say my color get. And this should work, I imagine. Yeah, there we go. So we can see that the square turned kind of a greenish, kind of bluish color. So that looks good. So now what I want to be able to do is slowly transition from one color to another. And I had issues with this before using crazy, just really stupid ways. I didn't. There's a really simple function that completely simplifies all of this, and it's called the linear interpolation function, or the lerp function. And what that does is it takes one value and using a time scale, it will slowly transition to another value. And the time scale is basically it's just how much do you want to transition to the second color. So let's just extend the math class. Let's do it, or math module, whatever you want to call it. So let's do math.lerp, and the parameters are going to be A, B, and then T. So A is the original value, B is the value you want to transition to, and then T is how far you want to transition into it. So A, the function is going to be A plus B minus A times T. And that's our function for right now. So how do we use this function? So for now, let's just make this color 255, 0, 0. So it's just going to be red. What we can do is we're going to say math.lerp. We're going to slowly turn red black. So we're going to say myColor.r for the color that we want to change. Then we're going to make the value 0. And then timestamp is, or time scale, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be d delta time. So now, that should just build. Now when we run, we'll see that red will do absolutely nothing. And the reason is, you have to say my color.r is equal to this. Now, Lua doesn't pass values by reference. And if you worked in C++ or C or anything, you'll know what that means. So it's kind of a pain. So anyway, yeah, see, we can see it slowly fade to black. Very nice, very nicely. So now how can we do this with all colors? Well, it's actually pretty simple from here. So back up to our color module, we're going to say function color lerp, linear interpolate. So the first thing is going to be self, right? The second value is going to be color2. So we're going to say C2 and the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to say self.r is equal to math.lerp C2, or let's say self.r C2.r, then T. So C2 is going to be another color, if I didn't say that already. Okay, so right here we're going to say G is equal to math.lerp G C2.g and then time. B is equal to math.lerp B C2b. Now you could actually use R or use T as a sign function and create kind of transitions, nice transitions, so that's not so it's not so linear. So you can do kind of like a fade in effect or something that slowly speeds up. There's a lot of cool things you could do. Now I think that's all we need. So let's create a second color. Let's make it color, and I'm gonna make this. Well, let's turn this color back into what it was before. So 255, then 150, kind of a bright green. Here we're gonna make this orange because they're pretty much opposite colors, it seems. All right, there we go. Then right here we're gonna say my color is equal to we're gonna say my color lerp, then second color, and then the speed is gonna be delta time. So now let's see what happens. Let's run this. You can see it slowly changed color into orange. And there's tons of uses for this, for like transitioning between like black and white, fading the scene, a lot of really cool things you can do. So what I'm going to try doing now is transitioning between a bunch of random colors, I think. Or maybe, yeah, let's make a table. Let's just mess around. Let's just have some fun. Okay, we're going to make a table. Local colors is equal to a table. Oh. So we're just going to make it so it loops through all these colors and transitions through them, just for fun. So we're going to say the first color is going to be a blue, so 255, or red, like that. Let's make sure we add the commas, or else Lua will get mad at us. Next is going to be green, just pure green. Next is going to be blue. And then next, let's do like an orange. And then let's do like a light blue. Then let's do a white, maybe. And then let's throw in a black. Next, we're going to say color. Let's make a local variable, name it color. Color counter. Set to 1. All right. So, and then let's make a current color. Local current. Let's just make it equal to a table. Anyway. All right, down here, we're going to say if, how are we going to do this? How am I going to do this? So let's say this might be a little bit messy, and we'll probably make a function for this. My color dot r minus 0.5 or 0.2 is, let's see, it's greater than second color. I'm trying to think of how I can do this. Greater than second color dot r plus or minus minus 0.2, and my color dot r is less than second color dot r plus 0.2. And then we're going to make an and. We're going to do this for all of the colors, for RGB, for just RGB. So let's just make this a little nicer. So this is just going to check if the color is within a certain range of the other color. If it is, then maybe then it's safe to swap to the next color. So G. Yeah. So let's go back. B. Oh, gotta finish this one over here. And then we're going to forget about alpha. So let's just make this then delete this line. Then we're going to say current color. No, actually color counter. So you go to color counter plus 1. Then we're going to say we're going to clamp the color the counter, or we're going to loop back to 0 or back to 1 if it's over the amount of colors. So say if color counter is greater than number of colors, then is that how I want to do it? Yeah, color counter is equal to 1, just like that. Then actually what we're going to do right here is we're going to say colors, color counter, just like that. So what this will do is this will slowly loop through all the colors, transition through them all, and then if the color is nearly the same as the second color, then it will, or actually, let's make a little local variable. Local second color, so we'll go to colors, color counter, just like that. So there we go. So we're going to actually change this to second color right here. Now, I imagine this will work. If it does, I'll be very happy. Again, we're just messing around, so let's just see. Well, it got the first color right. That's what matters. Yeah. Okay, so you can see that it was transitioning, but the it's a little bit slow. So we're gonna say local buffer is equal to 0.5. Let's try 0.5. So let's change all these 0.2s to 0.5s, or to the buffer, which is 0.5. Just like that. So now let's build. Let's see what happens. Okay. Goes to red. Takes a little bit to get to the actual red we want. Green. Then it should be blue. Next. Yeah. Okay, so it's not very smooth. So we need to turn this number up a little bit. Maybe 1. So if it's within 1, then it will transition. Should be a little better. It's still a little too slow, so I'm going to try 2. So this is just trial and error, or 5. Let's just see if that. This is trial and error, and the more accurate you want the actual colors to be, the lower you want that number. But then there's a little bit of play, and I'm sure there's way better ways to do this. But anyway, you can see that it transitions through all the colors pretty nicely. We can actually speed this up too. So let's go down to delta time. Let's just multiply it by like 10. Make it 10 times faster. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. It's just a quick little, I don't know, tutorial thing. I should come out with way more of these Love2D tutorials. I'm done with school, graduated, ready for college. It's the summer, so I have a lot more spare time. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for Love2D tutorials, like if you guys are having troubles with certain things or you want to know how to do a certain thing, just let me know because I've been working with Love2D for a long time and hopefully I can help. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Tell me if you like the webcam too. And I'll see you later. Bye.